Morning all, we're all set. Preview time. Let me just turn that a little bit. Here we go. Is that cut off? No, it's not. All right, we're good. We got 4 games tonight. Now, of course, it is hometown hockey locally here. So I will spend some time at that. Now, whether or not I show up on camera, I really doubt it. The time where we're looking at going and then probably coming home, I should be home in time for these games. So that tells you right there that for the live feed, I'm not very likely to be there. Unless they pre-tape it, but I don't think they do. According to the schedule, I'm pretty sure that's all live. So, yeah, there you go. I think it should be fun, though. They got some interesting stuff planned, and at least the schedule was finally released a couple of days ago. You really need to plan this out ahead of time where people 3 days ahead of the event are going, so what's the schedule? Because I want to plan things, but what's the schedule? All right, speaking of schedules, Philadelphia's in against the Winnipeg Jets tonight. This game starts at 2 o'clock Pacific, 5 o'clock Eastern. So for this game, I'll see what I can. The thing is, the Flyers, 17-10-5, looking to bounce back from a loss last night. They're 6-3-1 in their last 10. Of their 17 wins, 12 of them are regulation wins. Keep in mind, regulation wins is your first tiebreaker now for playoffs. On the Winnipeg side, they're 19-11-2. They have won 6 out of their last 10. They're 6-3-1 as well. Same record as Philadelphia over their last 10. Regulation wins, they have 13. This is the first meeting between these teams, and actually the first meeting is the case of 3 out of 4 games tonight. That's better. February 22nd, these teams will meet again in Philadelphia. So, we'll see how things go tonight. Special teams, 17.4% or 17th overall is Philadelphia. Penalty kill, 85.9% or 3rd overall. And then on the Winnipeg side, 15.5% on the power play for 25th overall. Penalty kill, 76.2% for set 27th overall. Special teams numbers eventually have to catch up with Winnipeg, right? You can't keep running with that kind of number and remain a contender, right? Anyways, on the scoring front, I went over their last 10 games. Last 10 games, Couturier, 2 goals, 6 assists. Voracek, 2 goals, 7 assists. Lawton, 4 goals, 2 assists. And Hayes, 3 goals, 3 assists for the forwards of the Philadelphia Flyers. So if you're looking for somebody who's going to pick up the slack for the rest of the season, one of those 4 guys could be the one. Provorov was the blue liner I chose. 2 goals, 3 assists in the last 10 games. Elliott has a 2-1 record with a .921 save percentage. Probably goes tonight after Hart played last night. Hart, 4-2-1 with a .926 save percentage overall. So on the Winnipeg side, Scheifele, 6 goals, 5 assists, 11 points in their last 10 games. You can pencil him down for a point a game. That's pretty standard with him. So Laine with 4 goals and 7 assists for 11 points. Ehlers, 3 goals, 4 assists, 7 points. And Andrew Kopp, 2 goals, 4 assists for 6 points in their last 10 games. And Pionk with a goal and 4 assists on the blue line. Hellebuck, 5-2-1 record with a .931 save percentage. Brossoit is 1-1 with a .937 save percentage, again in their last 10. So overall, the numbers are pretty solid for both teams. We'll see who wins today's game. All right, moving along. This is the game of the night, isn't it? We've all been waiting for... Did we circle this one on the calendar? Because LA and Detroit just sounds like it should be amazing. You know, the funny thing is, I almost wore a Detroit one for this, and I'm kind of thinking, you know what? It'd be nice to see Detroit win another. They have a ways to go before they get close to other teams. As of, for instance, the LA Kings, 29 points. They're not happy with their record. And right now it's 21 points for Detroit. They have a while before they have to worry about being anywhere near out of last place. So LA's 13-18-3. Over their last 10, they're 4-5-1. They have 10 regulation wins. On the Detroit side, they have a 9-22-3 record over their last 10. They're now 2-8 with 2 wins in a row. And their regulation wins, they have 8 of them. So they don't have a tiebreaker on anybody, but how could they? How would that even be possible? Their they did meet previously, so this is the one matchup tonight that might have a feud feel to it. They met November 14th in LA, which was a 3-2 victory for the Kings in overtime. I remember that being a scintillating game. Just wow. Anyways, when we look at special teams, how do you judge this? Because both of them are bad at kind of everything. 30% or 30th overall with a 12.7% power play for the Kings. 73.3% penalty kill at 30th. It's better than it was. I'm pretty sure that's actually come up. And Detroit, their 16.5% power play is 22nd. Their 73.1% penalty kill is 31st. So it's the 30th ranked penalty kill against the 31st ranked penalty kill. I don't know how to handicap that. I don't know what to expect. Can they both go 0 for 3 and score power play goals? I know. Both teams will go 0 for 3 and both teams will get 2 shorthanded goals in the game. It's the only way this works. It's the only way it works. So, and that would be a pretty exciting game, wouldn't it? Anyways, scoring over their last 10 games. Brown, 2 goals, 3 assists for LA. Carter, 2 goals and 1 assist. I guess that bump he got from playing in his 1,000th game didn't last very long. Lizotte, a goal and 3 assists. Amadio, one of my favorite Kings, 2 goals, 3 assists. Doughty on the blue line, a goal and 4 assists. In net, Campbell, 1-2 record with a .904 save percentage over their last 10. Quick, 3-3-1 with a .918 save percentage. So, goaltending hasn't really been the problem for LA. It's been goal scoring. On the Detroit side of things, Fabry, 5 goals, 2 assists. Continues to be the best forward they have. Bertuzzi, 1 goal, 3 assists. Helm, a goal and an assist. Filppula with 2 assists. On the blue line, Hronik, 2 goals and 2 assists. In net, I guess we likely get Comrie tonight. He's 0-1 with an .853 save percentage. Bernier, 2-4 over their last 10 with a .906 save percentage. Bernier should rest after the game he played last night. He was fantastic. This is game of the night, isn't it? This is the game that's going to make me feel great about how awesome the upcoming week's going to be. This is going to renew my faith in mankind right here. No pressure or anything. If LA and Detroit are watching this, no pressure. Next up, Minnesota in against Chicago. So I'm wearing Minnesota because I don't know that Chicago's free fall is going to stop. And for Minnesota, they've been playing really well. Now, the risky part of this is it's Minnesota on the road. They don't have a fantastic road record. I think they're 7-10-2 on the road. I know I could have put it on the board. Somebody somewhere's going, come on, whiteboard boy. If you want to know the road record, you want to put it up there. The Minnesota Wild are 16-12-5 overall. They're 7-1-2 in their last 10. They have 15 regulation wins, which is the highest number on the board. Now, Chicago, they're 12-15-6 over their last 10. They're 3-6-1. They have 8 regulation wins. So they're tied with Detroit when it comes to winning in regulation, showing just how much of a struggle it's been for Chicago this year. Their next meeting will be February 4th at Minnesota. This is the first of 4 meetings between these teams, so they have plenty of time to get acquainted after tonight. Now, special teams, again, are kind of a battle. There aren't very many really good special teams numbers on this board. For Minnesota, 17.3% on the power play for 19th. They have a 78.3% penalty kill for 21st. On the Chicago side, their power play is at 16%, which is 24th. 80.4% penalty kill, which is 17th. So for power plays tonight, we get 25th, 30th, 22nd, 19th, 24th. There may not be a ton of power play goals tonight. I say that, and that means there's going to be a ton. But yeah, so special teams, I guess that might favor Chicago, 24-17, 19-21. Anyways, it's hard to argue that favors Chicago. But they do have a better penalty kill than any of the other numbers between these teams. Now, in their last 10 games, Eric Stahl, 4 goals, 4 assists for Minnesota. Fiala, 1 goal, 7 assists. Donato, 5 goals, 2 assists. And Cunningham with 3 goals and 1 assist. It is interesting how we can bury Paul Fenton over his trades when these guys don't look good. But when Fiala and Donato are playing well, not a whole lot said about it. Brodin, 8 assists on the blue line in their last 10 games. In net, Kokkonen, 3-0-1 with a .925 save percentage. And he likely starts tonight because Stalock started last night. He's 4-1-1 in their last 10 with a .908 save percentage. So things are pretty good when it comes to the record right now in the Minnesota Wild and just the way the team's playing in general. On the Chicago side, Taves, 3 goals, 6 assists in their last 10, so he's picked it up. Kane, 4 goals, 3 assists. DeBrincat, 3 goals, 3 assists. Strome, 2 goals, 3 assists. Gustafsson with 5 helpers. In net, Leonard, 1-2-1 with an .887 save percentage. Crawford's 2-4 with an .898 save percentage. So .887 Leonard, .898 Crawford tells you the goaltending slipped a bit, but they're also allowing a ton of shots. A lot of shots getting through for Chicago right now. That's got to change, especially when Leonard's in net, it would seem. They just, Leonard's got this. Could be a problem. Team sitting back. All right, moving along. Last game of the night. This one starts at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific. And that is Vegas at home against Vancouver. Now, these teams are going to get acquainted again pretty soon in Vancouver, and I will be there for that game. This should be fun. 16-13-4 now is the record for Vancouver. And it's been a drop. Let's be honest, it's been quite the drop for Vancouver. Now, over their last 10, they're 5-5. Regulation wins, they've got 11, which puts them 1 ahead of the Kings, just for comparison. On the Vegas front, they're 17-13-5. Over their last 10, they're 6-3-1. They have 12 regulation wins. Both of these teams have won less than half of their games. The plus 500 thing, I heard last night during a game, and I'm trying to think of which one it was, where they said this team has 3 games above NHL 500. Let me get this. It's reflecting off the ground outside, so it's going to be, yeah, there we go. All right. But they said 3 or 4 games above NHL 500, and I thought that's a nice way of putting it, because they're not really above 500. So 3 games above NHL 500, 4 games above NHL 500, but they've won 16 out of 33. They've won 17 out of 35. So that's where things are a little bit odd when it comes to the records. Now, their next meeting, as I said, December 19th in Vancouver. And special teams, Vancouver looks like they should be in the bonus there. 25%, they're 4th on the power play. But their power play is either fantastic or abysmal. There doesn't seem to be an in-between. 82.7% penalty kill for 11th overall, so they're above average with the penalty kill. On the Vegas side, 21.5% power play, 9th. 83.9% penalty kill for 8th. I honestly think the special teams kind of favor Vegas in this one. And Vegas being at home helps as well. Over their last 10 games, Josh Levo, 5 goals and 1 assist. And what do we say? Thank you, Toronto. And I'm sure Levo says thank you, Toronto, as well, because trading him to Vancouver probably saved his career. Horvat, 1 goal, 7 assists. Pettersson, 4 goals and 2 assists. And Virtanen first. Virtanen, 2 goals, 5 assists in their last 10 games. And Quinn Hughes with 8 helpers in their last 10 games. In net, Markstrom has a 4-3 record over their last 10 with a .940 save percentage. DiPietro, I don't think plays tonight. I'd be very surprised if Vancouver plays DiPietro, to be honest, after what happened in that game he played last year, but we'll see. Caden Primo played for Montreal a couple times, so we'll see if DiPietro gets that chance with Vancouver. On the Vegas side of things, Marchessault, 4 goals, 3 assists in the last 10. Pacioretty, 5 goals, 3 assists. Stone, a goal and 7 assists. Tuck, 4 goals, 4 assists. Schmidt with 5 helpers in net. Fleury's 1-1 with a .914 save percentage. Subban 5-2-1 with a .912 save percentage. Doesn't matter who starts for Vegas. Things are pretty good. And I don't like Vancouver's chances coming into tonight. November was bad, and it feels like December could end up being kind of bad as well. But that's where the cautiously optimistic side of me might be in trouble. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for all your support and for watching. I will talk to you again soon.